We ended up with several other things. I've spent about $1,500 at IKEA since I moved here, to try to get, like the whole apartment needs to be set up. We had a couch, we had a chair, we have an office chair. We needed rugs, we needed furniture, we needed tables, we needed so much stuff. So I started putting that together. The desk that I'm working on right now, I built it in a day, and it took me 6 hours to build this thing. So I'm really hoping that this thing lasts a while. I do like it. I haven't really filled it out yet. My computer is actually too big to fit into the cabinet that's built just for computers. So I have it on the side. I might move it to the middle. I haven't fully decided about that yet. The keyboard needs a longer USB cable, so I might get a USB extender because it doesn't quite reach around the monitor to the center. The mouse is fine. Everything seems to be good. But yeah, we basically just kind of got set up. We're not fully moved in yet. Most of the stuff is out of boxes. We're better off than a lot of people, 2-3 weeks into having moved. But there's still a lot of stuff in boxes, mostly like books, the video games that I have, the consoles. A lot of the wall art hasn't gone up yet. I went to Home Depot today to get stuff so we can set that up. We're still missing bookshelves basically for that kind of stuff. So that's one of the reasons that nothing is done on video right now, is because this place is kind of a mess. This room is not very good right now. So it's not filmable, I would say. It is kind of a mess, and it's not done by any means. I have loose papers around. I have art just sitting on my desk. I finally get to put up art. I've been getting art for a long time, especially from Admiral Buttercrust for birthdays and Christmas and stuff like that. And I am very excited to finally get that up and somewhere where it works out very nicely for me, so that I could possibly film with it in the background. I've been wanting to do something like that for a long time. We just need to know where I can put the art, but I do have some good places for it now. In terms of the apartment, things have been working out pretty well. Trash is a little weird. It's a community trash thing. It's just community dumpsters, and they only come every other week. And it was full for a solid 6-7 days before they came and picked it up. Both the recycling and the trash. So yeah, we've been holding on to stuff for a while. That was weird. There's apparently ants just kind of as an issue in Portland. I didn't anticipate that. Bought some stuff today to try to help deal with it. Some of the stuff is broken. Reached out to maintenance. They have not gotten back to me in 2 weeks at all. I haven't even met or talked to our tenant manager at the property managers. So yeah, there's that. Meanwhile, back in Anaheim, those property managers, which is technically the same company that we're dealing with here in Portland, just a different division. The one back in Anaheim, they've been doing construction since we moved out. They were supposed to finish on the 20th. There was supposed to be inspection on the 21st. I'm recording this on the 22nd. I haven't heard anything. So I get to reach out to them because they're probably going to give me a bill for a good $2,500, because the construction that we wanted to do ended up costing us $10,000, and I'm responsible for half of it, and we paid half up front. So I still have a $2,500 bill coming. Because they weren't willing to do the construction in Anaheim until we were fully moved out, we don't have any renters right now. So it's the entire month of June, I have to pay 2 rents. I have to pay the mortgage at the house, and I have to pay rent here. Plus, rent was asked early at this place here, so I started paying rent on May 20th for this place in Portland. So technically, I've been paying for 2 places since May 20th. Really hoping that they get somebody to move in July. Really hoping for that. Still waiting on some sort of contact from them. If I don't hear from them sometime today, which probably isn't all that likely anyway, I was going to call on Monday, just be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? One of the problems with that, though, is that I don't have as much time during the day as I used to. At my new job, they're pretty big on me not using my cell phone and not taking personal calls while I'm working. So I have to do it either during 15-minute breaks or my hour lunch. So I try to get as much done during my lunch as I possibly can. I used to eat at my desk at the office, and I would respond to YouTube videos there, or do a little bit of writing there. Now I can't really do that, so still have to figure out what I'm going to do in order to space out my time a little bit better. But as it stands right now, this is pretty much my recording schedule is when Hannah works late, and late for her now is 8 p.m. I try to record before she gets home. And that's been most days so far. And then on the weekends when she works, I try to record as much as I can. So right now this is going up on, I'm recording this on Saturday. I have no idea when this part of the video is going to go up, but I'm going to try to get it done as soon as possible. I still have work to do with Shovel Knight before I can record more of that because I screwed that up. That was going to be the plan for what I was going to do next. I don't really have time to do that anymore. I got about an hour, and that's not enough for me to get all the way back in Shovel Knight or to record something else, really. So this will probably be it for me today, but this is a lot. So this was a long story. Thank you for coming through it with me. Now you can see at least a little bit of my frustrations over the past few months and why I wasn't really able to record. I've been dealing with all this kind of stuff behind the scenes, so to speak, pretty much since like February, March. There's been issues. There's been a lot of issues. Every time it felt like we were making progress, something else hit us. Oh, you got a job. Hooray. Well, no, not really. No, they decided against you. I won't tell you why, though. Honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, I think my impression of it is that I was going to replace the office administrator at the ophthalmologist, and I think she thought I was going to do it too quickly and she wasn't ready to retire yet. That's my thought process on it. That's my best guess, but I have absolutely no idea. That could also not be the case. But we have made a big move, right? It wasn't just a matter of taking my stuff and moving it somewhere else. If that was the case, I probably would have taken like 2 or 3 weeks off and I would have been back. The main issue was getting stuff out of the house in Anaheim because there was so much stuff. In total, I would say that we had over $10,000 worth of merchandise that we wanted to sell, let alone that we had to try to get rid of. We were trying to get rid of all that money and we couldn't, because people kept on screwing us over everywhere we went. We came up here to try to get jobs. That didn't work. We came up here to get an apartment. That we did. But they're charging me money because they still don't think I have a job. That was basically how they put it, is that we're a high risk tenant because we didn't have jobs when we applied. And therefore they're charging us more money because they don't think we have money. Sometimes the financial world just doesn't make sense. But they said that after 6 months, we can apply for that to go away because we both have jobs now. But yeah, we will see. Because the original thing was like, oh yeah, after a couple months, you can apply for that to go away. And I was like, okay, so let's apply for that now that we both have jobs. And they're like, oh, well, I mean, sure, you can apply for it now, but it's not going to go away until next year. And I'm like, wait, what? They're like, yeah, it never goes away till next year. I'm like, damn it, you almost lied to me. It was like right on the line there. But yeah, I haven't, I didn't talk about CenturyLink yet. All right. So the issue with the internet, the reason that I can't stream, I signed up with a new company up here because I've heard nothing but nightmares about Spectrum and Comcast. I signed up with CenturyLink, which was the third option. CenturyLink apparently is not necessarily the best option. Maybe it would have been better if I went with Comcast or Spectrum, but I went with CenturyLink because I hadn't heard as many complaints about them. They came out here, and a very nice guy installed the thing, said, hey, I have notes that I need to go into a basement. And I'm like, I don't know where the basement is. I just got here 2 days ago. So I'm like, the only place that I can think of would be over here. So we go over there. He doesn't have a key to that place. I don't have a key to that place. And he's like, all right, well, can you call somebody to try to get me in there so that I can hook up the second part of your internet? So basically the way he described it is that there's like 2 cables that need to go into my modem, and he's only able to install one without access to the basement. So that's why I'm at half speed. I'm at 20 megs when I should be at 40. The upload speed, I think, is capped as much as it's going to be. But he told me that if I could show that I was using more of the upload, that they would just let me have more upload. That hasn't happened yet. So I'm going to call when I get a chance. Who knows when that's going to be, to try to get that fixed. But so he asked me to call. I tried to call the property managers. They ended up sending a guy out. The guy said he had no idea what kind of basement I could be talking about. I'm like, I'm not talking about it. He said he had notes to go to a basement and couldn't do the work until he did. And he was like, I'm like, so I don't know what this is over here. And he's like, yeah, I don't know what that is either. Like, you're the maintenance guy for this place. What do you mean you don't know what that is? So he said he would reach out to the actual owners, and the owners haven't gotten back to him in apparently 2 weeks. I think I have his number somewhere in here, so I might give him a call because I haven't heard back from anybody regarding that. So that's the deal with the internet. I'm waiting on somebody to tell me where the basement is so they can hook up the second half of my internet. That doesn't even make sense, and I just explained how it's supposed to. So I'm working on that. I can't stream until it goes up. Like I said, I think it's like 896 kilobytes a second. What am I streaming at that rate? I'm not even sure I could stream Pong at that rate, let alone something good. So yeah, I don't know when that's going to be fixed. I would like to finish setting up the place before I actually do any videos, like live action videos with me in there. And I don't know when that's going to happen. So that's the hold up there. We've tried using command strips and they didn't work as well as I had hoped they would. So we're going to try a couple other things. Yeah, command strips, they claim, oh yeah, we can hold 50 pounds. Like, bullshit, you can. I had 4 of you guys on like a 10-pound thing and it didn't hold. Like, that was not good. So that's pretty much the story of how we got here. As it stands right now, Hannah and I don't have a day off together. So she's going to try to put in a request to change her schedule. The problem is that her schedule right now is not the normal schedule that she would get because her manager's on vacation for 2 weeks. So she's kind of covering. She even had to do inventory until like 11:30 at night one night. So she's out. She's out during the whole weekend she works. And those are my only days off. I work Monday through Friday, and she's working Saturday and Sunday, so we don't have a day off together. The issue is also that she usually works until like 8 p.m., gets home around like 8:39. I work 8 to 5, so I'm home around 5:30, and that's why I've been trying to record when she's at work. And but the problem is then I'm really tired when my girlfriend comes home, and that's not the way that I like to be. I want to be a little cheerier when she gets home. One of the issues though is that I got to get up at 6 a.m. to make it to work by 8. I try to take Ruby for a walk, take a shower, get everything ready, and drive out there. And maybe I could push it to like 6:15 but I couldn't push it to 6:30, I don't think. And so I'm trying to work on that. But if I were to stream, it would be probably around like 6 is when I would start instead of 10. So, that 4-hour difference would probably make a lot of difference in how popular my streaming was if I was able to get it online 4 hours earlier than I was able to do it before. But I do need better internet for that. So that's basically the story of where we are right now. There's still, I'm sure, a lot of updates to come. Like I said, I am planning some sort of channel relaunch in the near future. I'll try to talk to you guys about that once I have all the details kind of set. I'm still not necessarily in a place where I can make those kinds of decisions, those big decisions, but I have a pretty good idea how I want it to go. Like I said, no more vote videos. That one I'm pretty certain on. What I'm going to name things and stuff like that might change. But once again, I'm basically still doing Let's Play videos, even if I don't call them Let's Play videos in the future. I'm still going to be playing games. I'm going to be playing them all the way through. A lot of people are here for RPGs because I complete them 100%. That's not changing. But the selection of games, the order of games in which I play, that might change. That's the main thing. So I don't want you guys to be worried, but at the same time, there's going to be some change. And I'm not going to lie, there's going to be some people that don't like the change, especially at first. But it is something that I've been thinking about for months now because I've had time to think about it. And I'm excited to make a change. It's probably long overdue that I changed the way that I make some of these videos. Hopefully it will be beneficial and you will enjoy it long term. You'll try to understand what I'm trying to do, but I don't want to go into it too much because I don't have it set. As I've said before, I've kind of been out of my normal mindset for a long time, probably longer than I stopped making videos. It's probably closer to like 5-6 months that I haven't been in my normal mindset because I've been worried about this move. And I didn't want to make videos when I was in a bad mood or when I felt like it had to be rushed, because I felt like that was going to lead to bad content. I won't lie, some of the sessions that I did post, I'm not entirely proud of, because I felt that I wasn't my normal self in those. I've said that before, and a lot of people tell me they don't notice, but I notice, and it does not make me happy to know that I put out stuff that was less than my best. So that's why I went on a break, not only because I didn't have time, but because I was just endlessly frustrated with everything that was going on, both personally and professionally. It just wasn't a good time for me. I don't want to over-exaggerate it, because it's not like I was depressed or anxious or anything like that. I was just frustrated. It was just constant frustration with not finding a job, not being able to get the apartment that I wanted at first. It took a long time to get this one. They kept on getting back to me. Nobody wants to be upfront and say, I will get this to you if you give me this information, or you can prove this. They're always just like, oh, I don't know. Can you give me this? And then I just have to kind of hope that that will do the trick. A lot of times it's just a lot of frustrations associated with a big move. They do say it's one of the biggest stressors in life, and I believe it, especially one out of state where I had to drive for 3 days. And yes, I drove the entire way. Luckily for me, my car does have like an advanced cruise control. So it's not just stuck on a standard speed. There's like a radar in my windshield that will track the speed of the car in front of me, in this case the U-Haul, and will match that speed. So it'll automatically speed up and slow down. So it wasn't too difficult for me to do it. I don't know how Hannah's dad did it, because he did not have cruise control and he drove the U-Haul all the way up. So we are endlessly thankful to him for that. I know it was frustrating for him at the end, but we could not have done it without him. We couldn't have done it without help from Hannah's family up and down. So yeah, we're here. I'm ready to make videos again. I'm hoping that I'll be able to stick to the schedule. That Shovel Knight thing really threw me off, though. We are getting close to finishing things. Don't think I've forgotten any things. I've listed all the 8 games that I'm going to do, that I'm going to finish. I'm going to do Stardew Valley. I'm going to do Shovel Knight. I'm going to do Mother. I'm going to do Tales of Fantasia. I'm going to do Super Mario Kart. I'm going to do Xenoblade Chronicles. I'm going to do Darkest Dungeon. And I'm going to do Demon Souls. Those are the 8 games. If there's something else, feel free to let me know. But I'm pretty sure I'm done with everything else. Those are just the ones that I have left. And once we finish those, I'm not going to replace them with anything. I'm not going to do vote videos. I'm going to prepare for the eventual channel relaunch. Demon Souls might go so long that we'll have to do the relaunch in the middle of the Demon Souls Let's Play, but that won't change Demon Souls at all, if that makes sense. We will, if we're going to relaunch while I'm still doing Demon Souls, then Demon Souls will continue on as is. It's always been my policy to continue a Let's Play as is once it's started. Never abandon it, restart it, or anything like that. We're going to keep going, and we're going to finish it and see it all the way through. So that is the big update. It has been a long time, so I felt like a long update video was necessary for this. I did not anticipate it being... Am I close to like 3 hours now? Like I had to separate this into several different recordings. So I'm not entirely sure, but I think it's at least 2.5 hours. So yeah, this is long. I'll split it into different videos so that it doesn't eat up too much of one day for you guys. But that's basically what's been going on. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to ask me. The rule kind of still stands that I'm not going to tell you exactly where I live, but if you do want to eventually come out to Portland and hang out with me, I don't know. Nobody ever came out to Disneyland to visit me, so what are the chances you're going to come out to Portland to visit me? But if you do want to, feel free to hit me up. We'll figure out a time and a place where we can meet. Maybe we'll go get some breakfast waffles. I know a couple places. I do know some great restaurants around here. There's a lot of them, and a lot of them are overrated. What the hell, Pock Pock? You're not that great. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this update video. I do apologize once again that I had to take such a long time off. I am happy to be back, though, and I hope that you guys were able to stick through this. Not only this break, but also these sets of videos. And I hope that you guys do look forward to what is coming up next, both in the immediate future with the Let's Plays that I am going to finish, and for the eventual channel relaunch. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure when that's going to happen, but within the next couple months, probably. Yeah, I don't have a date or anything like that. I'll try not to take a break before I get that started. We'll try to get through it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this update video. I tried to put in a couple jokes in there, but it's difficult when there's so many frustrating things to talk about. But I hope you guys have enjoyed it nonetheless. I hope you laughed. I hope you learned. Hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.